Once you unlock Yasuke in Assassin's Creed Shadows, a number of different side quests will open up to you, including this one that has you collecting house crests all across Japan. Here's how to find and collect all 9 Kamon Crests in Assassin's Creed Shadows. You start the quest by talking to Ota Gyuichi in Kyoto, although you can collect these crests early if you find them before starting the quest. Yasuke is the only character who can collect these crests, as each one is blocked by a tall, heavy box that Naoe can't move. The different crests can be found all over the map, so if you try to find and pick them all up as soon as you unlock Yasuke, you may find yourself overwhelmed by enemies that are well above your level. You will generally have a much easier time of collecting these items if you approach each location when you are at the right level, but we'll show you how we got each crest at the level you are when you unlock Yasuke. You can only collect the crests when you are outside of combat, so it's important to be able to reach each crest either in stealth or after you've defeated all nearby enemies. Also, if you want to see on a map where each Kamon is in a way that the in-game map won't be able to show you, head to our wiki on IGN.com for a complete, interactive, and customizable map. You can make it show you exactly where each crest is located, and much more. The link is in the description. Okay, let's get started. To the west of Osaka Castle, you can find the Fukushima ruins on a small island. This is the least guarded crest. Simply walk up to the front entryway, move the box barring the path, and collect the Oda clan Kamon. Miki Castle in Hiraiyama is large, but thankfully the crest we want can be easily accessed from the west, which happens to be where the nearest Kakurega is located. Fast travel there, and then climb up the slope towards the incomplete tower. The crest is in a small building on the other side of the courtyard. We were at the right level for this area, so you could easily fight everyone nearby. You can also lure the nearby archer into the ground floor of the tower, assassinate them, and then pick your moment to sneak across the courtyard to stay in stealth. Move the box aside and collect the Bessho clan Kamon. You can then simply retreat out of the castle by leaving the same way you came in. Also in Hiraiyama, to the north of Miki Castle is Hiraiyama Fort. This location doesn't have a nearby fast travel landmark, so we got as close as we could, then rode north. We approached the fort as Naoe. When you reach the southern entrance, turn left and follow the road around the outside of the fort until you reach the northernmost wall. The crest is in this building that overhangs the cliff face. Use Naoe's grappling hook to scale the nearby guard tower. Take out the alarm bell with a kunai if you are seen, and then wait until you can jump down towards the building without being spotted. Climb to the roof of the crest building, and then, if you stand on the outside edge of the roof that hangs outside the camp, you can swap to Yasuke. Mark the patrolling samurai and wait for him to look the other way. Then drop down and enter the building through the front door. Pull the box towards you to unblock the window, then wait by the door for the samurai to be facing away from you again. Walk outside and turn to find the window that you just unblocked by moving the box. Hop inside to find the Hashiba clan Kamon. You can now escape by sliding down the hill to the north. Sakamoto Castle in the Omi region will definitely be at your current level when you unlock Yasuke, so you can approach this however you like, but we'll show you how we picked this up stealthily as Yasuke. The crest is located in a tower adjacent to the viewpoint tower of the castle. There is an upper window on the west side of the building that you enter through, but the floor has a single guard that will definitely notice Yasuke if you jump in. We ended up getting this one by making ourselves known, escaping and hiding outside the window, and then waiting for all guards to search the area and leave the room before entering, climbing the ladder, moving the box, and finding the Akechi clan Kamon. You can then either climb back up to the viewpoint or dive into the water to quickly escape the castle. Far to the north in Wakasa is Tsuruga Castle, and this is a bit of a buggy one. From the Tsuruga Kakurega, you can go south to cross the river and find this hole in the fence. This is right next to the building holding the crest, but unfortunately, 9 out of 10 times Yasuke won't crawl through the hole. This is odd though, because from the other side, he totally fits. Our best guess is this is a bug, but regardless, we need to plan around it. So, head west around this curving wall until you find this gap in the fence. Immediately duck behind the staircase on the outside of the fence to avoid being spotted. And then climb up and over the wall to your left. Drop down carefully. Walk, don't run here, and you'll avoid alerting the nearby archer. Follow the curved wall back around until you get to a barred door. There are usually some people in the nearby courtyard who can see you along this path, no matter what, but if you're fast enough, without running, you can get to the door without being spotted. And if you are spotted, you can just hide inside of the nearby building. Unbar the door, skulk into the building, unblock the chest and grab the Niwa clan Kamon. Now you can either try the buggy gap in the fence or climb the nearby ladder up and over the wall, and then you're home free. Not too far to the east of Tsuruga Castle is Genbao Fort. This was the first location we found where gathering the crest stealthily as Yasuke was more or less impossible, at least at this level. There are simply too many soldiers surrounding the crest inside this tower, with nowhere for you to hide to enact stealthy assassinations. That being said, you'll still want to stealthily unlock the viewpoint fast travel location as Naue, and then spawn there as Yasuke for the most efficient way to the objective. We were more than 15 levels under the area level here, so we lowered the difficulty and enabled guaranteed assassination to grab this early. Enter the tower on the top floor. Descend the first staircase and quickly assassinate the first samurai in front of you before taking out the other soldier on this floor. Other soldiers may come up from the next floor, but stay up here, don't go down and attract more attention until everyone else is dealt with first. When this floor is clear, go down to the next floor where the crest is. Defeat everyone on this floor too, and then it's a simple matter of moving the box and picking up the Shibata clan Kamon. This crest in Koriyama Castle was another location that we felt could not be reached with stealth by Yasuke without activating guaranteed assassination or just going all out in the combat. The crest is conveniently located on the ground floor of the viewpoint tower, but there are too many guards posted on each level to sneak past as Yasuke, and there are 2 guards posted on the bottom floor of the building right in front of the crest, so you can't go in that way either. We got this early by lowering the difficulty, as this was 6 levels above our character level. Enter the tower on the 4th floor down from the top. You can bait some of the soldiers away from each other with the squeaky floors. Hide behind doors as they are opened, and then assassinate soldiers when they are alone to keep your stealth active. Go down the staircase once the floor is clear, and take the lone housekeeper out too. Open the central door, and you should see a staircase leading down. Descend, and then move to the right and back around the corner before taking out this soldier with an assassination. Hopefully the daisho outside the front of the tower doesn't notice. The crest should be right in front of you now behind the box. Move it and open the chest for the Tsutsui clan Kamon. Deeper in the Yamato region is Ura Matsuyama and its castle. We recommend unlocking the viewpoint for this castle by infiltrating as Nawe first. You can enter the compound through a hole in the wall on the southern border, then climb up with the grappling hook from there. Swap characters to Yasuke on top of the tower, and then descend to the outside balcony of the next floor. You'll be able to see the crest logo through the wall, it's right here. Crouch down to avoid detection from the two nearby guards, and walk in the nearest doorway. Walk slowly to the crate, move it out of the way, and then keep skulking to open the chest for the Akiyama clan Kamon. Now run to the nearest castle wall and descend to the other side to escape. The grounds surrounding Negoroji Temple are very hostile and high level, comprised of multiple enemy camps. Thankfully, many of these areas are separated by small waterways where you can approach without raising suspicion. Start at the temple grounds viewpoint and then walk to the waterway to the west. Travel south along the waterway until you reach the southern side of the first camp, Negoroji Kunren-ba. The crest is on the ground floor of a tower that is being guarded at the top. Because Yasuke is louder than Nawe, you can't climb into the top level of the tower without alerting them. So, the way we got this stealthily was by first revealing ourselves to a few guards, then escaping their line of sight, waiting for them to start walking around the area to look for us, and then climbing back into the top of the tower, descending the ladders, and picking up the Ikki Kamon before climbing back up the tower to escape. Now that you've collected every crest, return to Ota Gyuichi in Kyoto to learn about each of the families whose crests you've gathered, and then complete the quest. This was just one side quest in Assassin's Creed Shadows. There's so much more to do in Ubisoft's latest open world adventure. For more help with side quests, stealth, combat, and much more, head to our wiki on IGN, complete with our interactive map. And for all other things gaming, stick with IGN.